Welcome, BwolfTheWolfettes! We are back with Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice on the PlayStation 4, and I'm finally back from holiday. I'll tell you, BwolfTheWolfettes, I saw many people commenting saying have a relaxing holiday, and I tell you, it was far from relaxing. I did so much bloody mountain climbing, so much walking through forest. It was bloody agony, I'll tell you. I mean, I love walking, but that took the piss. I'll tell you a couple of stories whilst we're playing this game. Now, what I'm going to do, because I want to start recording Uncharted The Lost Legacy, I'm going to start making the Hellblade videos between about 40 minutes and 1 hour long. So you're going to get extra long videos, and I should be starting Uncharted The Lost Legacy at the end of the week, sort of around that time, maybe on Sunday. I'm not 100% sure yet, and then next week I will also be starting Knack 2 when that comes out. So yeah, that's what's going to be going on. So so far what we have done in Hellblade is we have defeated both Cert and Valraven. Now we have got both of their insignias, and we can now go through this door that will lead to the bridge to Helheim, which is hell. So that's what we're doing now, because what we want to do is we want to take the head of our lover Dillion right here. We want to take his head, and we're going to try and release his soul, you know, release his soul from the evil hell, and, you know, set his soul free into heaven, I guess. That's sort of what we're doing at the moment. It's pretty hard to explain because, I'll tell you, there's no point me saying it now because we're about to enter a cutscene, so let's do this. Oh dear, it's bloody hot today, I tell you. Whew! It's like 29 degrees.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. Open the gate. Don't. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it. It's so dark. It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross into hell. Only the dead may cross.
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved. In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to surrender. Abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Okay, now I managed to finish this game yesterday. I actually finally platinumed the game. Actually, I platinumed it past midnight, so I technically platinumed it today. But yeah, because I've played this game, I played it for a day. Then I was away for about 5 or 6 days with my fiancée. Then I was back for a week, and I only played Hellblade a little bit. And then I was doing lots of recording, ready for my holiday. And then I was on holiday for a week, and then I finished Hellblade off. Now, because I've played Hellblade sort of on and off, I've not really got to grips with the story very well. There's lots of bits I understand, but then when I bring it all together, I still don't really know what the point of the game was. That's probably my fault, but yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to play through this game again to understand what's going on. I can't really say much now because otherwise I'll start spoiling things, but yeah. It does sort of make sense, this game, but you guys will have to just watch through the playthrough and work it out yourself, you know, when we get to the end, because I'm sure I'm going to mess up. Right, now over there is the entrance to Helheim, so we're going to have to go down this bridge, but I'm pretty sure we are going to be attacked. Now, one thing I have noticed, when I was going through the game a second time yesterday, so I could collect the last few lore stones, I put the game on easy so I could blast through it, and it seems like I'm currently playing on hard difficulty because all of the enemies die in seconds when you play on easy, and you can get smacked a few times before you nearly die. So yeah, it looks like we're currently playing on hard even though it says auto. So yeah, let's fuck up this son of a bitch. Once again, sorry if you hear my furious tapping. I'll tell you though, at some point in this game, when we get near the ending, sort of like the ending zone, there's going to be so many different enemies, and they are an absolute bastard, I'll tell you. They hit so hard, they do. Oh. Oh, no you don't, mate. Oh, I love the combat in this game. I love it. Just one thing just really annoys the hell out of me. Some parts of this damn game, though, when you're fighting in like small areas, when you get backed into corners and you can't see Senua properly, or you try and dodge left and right and you just bump into the wall. Things like that happen so much near the end, and it annoys the hell out of me because some of the enemies you face are really big, you know, so you don't really want to be cornered, and they also hit really hard. They're the kinds of enemies that if you get hit once, you're on the floor nearly dead, you know, so being cornered is not the best. Oh, I just kicked him off the bridge. If you see a bridge in this game, you can actually kick the enemies off. If you just sort of move over the way like this, press circle, and keep doing it. See, look. So if you see any like powerful enemies that you want to defeat quickly and you're near a bridge, just kick them off. Or next to some ledge or something, and they do die. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this, but to kill these guys, you need to use circle. You have to kick their shield. So do a couple of smacks and then quickly go and press circle again. And then some more smacks. Then circle. Just don't hit too many times or they will parry you with their shield. And then they will go like that. They will go to town on you. See, like that. That's what you don't want to happen. Got quite a lot of thingies saved up. Slow motion things.
You're close.
We done? Yep, we're done. Okay, lovely jubbly. Whew, it's really hot today, Jesus. First day recording for a week and like 2 days and it's bloody 29 degrees today. Typical, innit? Bloody typical. That's the kind of luck I get. Okay, now let's head off to Helheim and reclaim the soul of Dylan.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another change.
Well, that was rude, wasn't it? That was very rude. Oh god, here we go. Here's the pyramid head looking git. These are the guys I was just talking about a few seconds ago, saying the ones you don't want to get stuck in a small room with. Yeah. So what they're going to do a couple of things. They're going to charge at you like that if you're far away. And when you're close, they're going to do random swing attacks and also random slam attacks, you know. Like that. That's the bloody one that really hurts. Let's slow down time a bit. But you don't want to be cornered when you're fighting enemies like this. And this, oh shit, see what I mean? Just one smack and you're on the ground nearly. And if they follow up with another attack, then you're instantly dead. One thing I've noticed though is you know that there's supposed to be the chance of permanent death, you know, and you have to restart the game. I think that is fake because I got to the end of the game and I did die about 3 or 4 times. In one section, I must have died about 5 times in another section. I don't know if I was dying or just failing, but I think that counts as a death. So I must have had about 20 deaths by the end of the game, and I still didn't I didn't get my permanent death. So I think that might just be like a random threat of what's actually going to happen to Senua at the end of the game, and not actually like you don't actually have the chance of getting a permanent death. So I think it's just something to stress you out a little bit, you know. If you die, you have to redo all these bits again, so you really don't want to die. Because I'm trying to talk and fight at the same time, it never goes well. Come here, you son of a bitch. It's like these guys just don't seem to get staggered, really. So when you're hitting them, they still take a swing at you. It's like they don't really give a shit that you're slicing them up. I think there's another one behind me. I'm not sure if I just heard another guy then. Yep, there is. Oh, shit! Let's corner him. See how he likes it. Right, let's ram him again. Give him another ram. Oh, shit! He was ready for that one, wasn't he? Are we done? Okay. Right. Now, one thing you're going to have to pay attention to, as you're playing through this game, there's going to be, you see this thing here, there's going to be like random like hologram looking things like this, like invisible looking holograms, you know. And if you stand in the correct position and you use your focus, you can actually rebuild sections of the terrain. It's a little bit like God of War 3, you know, when you're doing that that section, that puzzle sort of near the end of the game, just after you, I think you might kill Zeus's wife, I think. And you have to do that Garden of Hera puzzle, I think it was, or something like that. It's sort of similar to that. Lots of like random things like this. But if you go and stand on that boat and you focus on it, it will rebuild the bridge. So you're going to have to keep an eye out for some of those things, because they're not always easy to see. Sometimes they're actually a bit difficult to spot. Where's the door? There it is. Oh dear. Yeah, so we're going to have to do this as well. There's going to be... I think we have to come in here and there's going to be the X up there. And then the rest are going to be upstairs where that hologram staircase is. So let's quickly come over here and do this. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to focus. But because it's been a while since I've recorded, I'm not sure if some of the things I'm saying I've already said. So if I repeat myself, I do apologise.
Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
Right, now this is one of the things I'm not sure if I've mentioned, but if you look at this lore stone, if you pay attention to the circle around it, you can actually see if you've missed any of the letters. Now as you can see, right near the beginning of the game, I've missed one. I missed that letter M, and then the section where I had to do Valraven, I've missed 2. Because if you see, there's like a little dot. So in between those dots is the ones that I've missed. Like I also missed one in the cert area, and now we're in this area, so we are up to the letter L. So you can actually use that circle around the edge to track your progress, to check if you've actually missed any. I didn't even notice it until I was about 3/4 of the way through the game, but I think I finished my own playthrough missing 2, and you can actually replay the game after and quickly grab the ones that you missed and still get the trophy. Because the platinum in this game is easy. You have to just complete the game and collect the lore stones and you'll get platinum. So if you missed any, you can replay the game.
Gold-covered bridge that leads to hell. You may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business.
Focus.
Warrior woman Brynhild,
There we
who
go.
leapt into fire and rode to hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Now, it seems like when you click on the lore stones, they will tell you lore of like the religion and that, like the Norse mythology and all that kind of religion and stuff, you know. And some things you learn from the lore stone, you will actually be like doing something involved with the story that you was just told by the lore stones. Like there's going to be a story about a sword later, and then that sword is actually in the game that you need to get, but you can listen to a story about the sword before you claim it. So it's pretty nice to listen to them and that. Right, so I think the cross one is over. I think if we stand over here. Yeah, there we go. There's the X one. Lovely. And then I think the next 2 are over here. I think S you might have to do around this side. I think all of them are pretty much done with that middle thing there. Because from different positions it makes different letters. Because I think S is over here. Yep, there we go. And then the final one is going to be... Oh, right, if you come round here, if you follow this bit here and go round there, there is going to be another one of those faces of your mother that you can listen to, and she'll tell you a few things. I'm not going to do it though, because I don't really see, there ain't much point in it really. But if you come down this ladder after, there's another lore stone down there, but we've got to come up here first and get the other letter. Then we can go down there, get the lore stone, open the door, and we can head off to the next area. Alright, that's all of them done then. Because it seems like, you know that really deep voice that we heard a minute ago, the one that was talking to us through that cutscene when we saw Dillion's dead body. I think that might be the voice of her father. Then you've got the nice peaceful narrator sort of voice. I think that's her mother. Then of course you've got all of the annoying voices in her head because she's got psychosis. And then you've got the random few things that like Senua says to herself. You know, so lots of different voices going on in her head. And you also had that other dude, Druth. He was in her head for a while. But I don't think we're going to hear from him anymore. Because I feel like this game is to do with her father being some like religious fanatic dickhead. Her mother having the same illness as Senua. I think this is some of the stuff I've learned. It might be wrong though, so don't quote me. Don't quote me. And some sort of
large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger,
That's a
Her
terrible
night
dish.
is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
Lovely. She sounds like an absolute delight, doesn't she, BwolfTheWolf? I just cannot wait to meet her. I think we're going to meet her in a second, actually. I think it might be outside here. But yeah, as we're playing through this game and you guys listen to the story and all that, let me know in the comments what you think is going on and what you think the story is, you know? Because you guys are more likely to be more correct than me. Because at the moment, I'm just concentrating on talking, explaining stuff to you guys and playing the game. So I'm probably not following the story as well as I should be. So you guys can pay attention to the story more. I'll probably go through the game again. It's about, I think if you rush, it's about 5 hours long. Because it took me about 8 hours to complete. That's why I've upped the video time so we can actually start making progress through the game. Otherwise I feel like we'll be doing this for ages, you know, and you'll start forgetting the story. 20-minute videos are not always that good, but I normally have to stick to it. But as I'm on holiday at the moment, still, like 6 weeks holiday, I've got some more time to make them longer. But they're going to have to go back to 20 minutes eventually. So I'll get as many done as I can. I think that is the door to Helheim.
The gate. It's opening. Who is it? It's coming.
That song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry.
I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Stormy seas and lost souls.
She's dreamt of this before.
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye.
But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us?
Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's a curse.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. There.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's the song. It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It is real. Listen to it.
She can't give up.
Dillian. It's
Not like this.
It's not real. It can't be. It's not real. It is real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead. Who are you? Maybe this
Do you still believe in me, Senua?
No, it's him. It's a trick. She knows he's here. It's a trick. He's already dead. He knows he's here. He can't be here. It's impossible. Dillian.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. Him. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it.
Whew, well, that was a bloody depressing cutscene, wasn't it? That's what it's that scene that sort of confuses me because she's looking into the mirror and she's seeing herself insult herself. I don't know if it's just the voice in her head is just her own voice insulting her, or if it is her father's voice, but she's hearing it and saying it to herself because of her illness. Because I think that deep voice, I swear that's like her dad's voice. I'm not sure though. Like I said, because I've played it in such little bits here and there and had such long breaks between playing, I'm a bit confused. Oh well, never mind. You guys will work it out anyway. If I'm talking rubbish, just ignore me. I probably am talking rubbish. Right, I think there's about 4 or 5 lore stones in this area, and they give you the story about a sword that we're going to be seeing. So I'm going to try my best to get all the lore stones in this bit, just so you guys can hear the story. We've got about 12 minutes left, because I'm going to make a 40-minute video, double the length of usual. So, hopefully we've got time, because there's going to be several challenges that we need to do, and I want to get the first one done, because it's still sort of fresh in my mind, because I did it yesterday. I did all of them yesterday, but this one's a bit more annoying, so I just want to get it out of the way, so I don't forget it.
You're imagining things. It's Dillian. He's gone. You were too slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you.
She's got such conflicting voices, doesn't she? She's got some of them like, you suck, you lost him, you're shit, don't die. And you've got other voices that are like, keep going, you can do it, you know? It's like a proper argument in your head 24/7. Must be a right pain in the arse having this disease. That would be really annoying, wouldn't it? Especially if you've got that voice like that evil voice that she keeps hearing that I think is her father. If you've got that kind of voice in your head, fuck that, I would never like that. Especially in the middle of the night. Could you imagine that if you're on your own in the middle of the night and you're getting a voice like that? No thanks, no.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbel made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Yeah, because her father, Zinbel, who you just heard about, he kept her in the house all the time because of her illness. I think her father thinks that she's tainted by the gods, you know. She's like some demonic kind of person that needs to be exorcismed, you know. He thinks she's some sort of demon, so he keeps her in the house, you know. Whereas, obviously, we, the smart people, us, know that it's because she's got some illness, you know, a mental condition. Not because she's been cursed by some fake god, you know. Because obviously this is how people fought back in that time, didn't they? Some people still think like this. That's the bloody problem. Oh dear. God, I hate religion. I'm not a fan of religion, you know. It's all fine and dandy believing in something, you know, that's fair enough, but religion is... Some people take it too far.
Not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
But it's fine believing in something. Like, I believe that there is actually Pokemon somewhere in this world, and one day we will catch them all. You know, I'll tell you what, for my vets, mentioning Pokemon, I probably shouldn't have done that, because I'm about to go on a little rant.
There he was. The lone
Never mind, I can't speak now.
swordplay under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted, and for the first time in years she felt a ray of hope.
Where is he? He's there. Where is he?
What I sort of think has happened in this game, she's met Dillion, who is her lover, you know, that's what this game is about. We are taking Dillion's head to hell to try and reclaim his soul, you know, release his soul from hell. But I think what has happened is Senua's gone on some sort of quest on her own to try and rid herself of this illness, I think. I'm probably wrong, you know, but this is what I think, which is probably wrong. I think she's left to go and try and rid herself of this illness, probably because of her father constantly saying that she's cursed, or maybe she's gone on some like pilgrimage or some shit, I don't know. And then as she's been gone, people have invaded where she lives. The Northmen have invaded there, and they've killed everyone, slaughtered them, you know, tortured them, and they've killed Dillion. And then she's obviously feeling regret because she wasn't there, and she's like a really badass warrior, so if she was there, maybe she could have helped defeat them and they would have won and not everybody would have been killed. I think they might have even killed her mother, maybe even her father, I'm not sure. That's what I think sort of has happened, you know. And I think there was also some sort of plague that was wiping out people as well, some sort of illness. I don't know if this is wrong as well, that they call the darkness, and I think that it has... they've blamed her for it, like the tribe people have blamed her for it because she's like weird, you know. To them she's weird anyway. But look, as you can see here, look, we've done that other section a minute ago, and now there's a dot. Now we are in the next chapter. Now we need to get M-I-R-R and some sort of like man or female looking symbol, and then the other R. So we just have to search for these symbols.
The Northmen tell of a great hero.
This is the stuff
His
about the
name
sword, so
is
I'll shut up.
Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Sigurd, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Sigurd plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Sigurd captures Sigmund and his brothers.
Now, every time I walk away from the stone, the voice is going to get very quiet. So you guys and girls will just have to read the subtitles, because I'm not going to stand here listening, because some of these stones, it does talk for a while. So just read the subtitles. I'll try and walk slowly.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers.
It wasn't me.
She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
So that's why you need to collect the stones, because it leaves you like that, and you're like, what happened? What the hell happened? Oh, we can't go this way. Bloody wolves. Bunch of bullies, ain't they, those damn wolves. Hopefully I don't miss any. I think we're on the right path at the moment. One of the a lot.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Yeah, because Senua learnt to fight by watching Dillion. Because obviously she doesn't leave the house much, but when she did, she saw him like practicing his fighting underneath a tree, which is the tree we're heading to right now. And she used to watch him fighting, and she learned to battle just by watching him. You know, and I think that's sort of how they met. As it are, yep.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted.
It's not
Their
real.
death
It's real. You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick. You're deluded. Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following?
Could you imagine that?
Fight.
If you bite a wolf's tongue, the wolf's tongue is going to tear off long before it pulls you off the chain.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learned all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillion. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillion? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Every time she looks at the every time she looks at the camera, I feel like she's looking right at me, you know. I feel like she's telling me she loves me. Well, I appreciate it, Senua. I do appreciate you loving me, but I've got a fiancé. Maybe Senua does fancy me. As Ian Priestman said, she fancies me. That's why she couldn't make eye contact with me, because she was a bit shy, you know. She fancied me. And now she's looking directly at me, telling me she loves me. I mean, it's moving a bit too fast, Senua, you know. We ain't even been out for dinner yet, and I'm also taken. You know, you're gonna have to have it out with my fiancé. Thanks for watching, BwolfTheWolf. Hopefully you enjoyed this extra long video. Next time is going to be another 40-minute video, and we're going to start doing loads of annoying challenges. One of them is, it's a fucking nightmare. It makes Crash Bandicoot a Lights Out seem like a walk in the park. Like, share, and join the pack today. Oh!